Alright, so I barely know anything about the full cloth. Let's see how I do with this. No! Yeah, no. Not. Hey, how's it going, y'all? ThiccGunpla here, and today, yes, we are going to go over the Crossbone Gundam, the X1 full cloth. I picked up the Master Grade in Atlanta a week or ish, couple-ish weeks ago. And I know absolutely nothing about Crossbone whatsoever. I haven't read the manga. I know it's just a manga. But that's about it. So yeah, probably gonna be a kind of short review. I don't have that much of an opinion on it, besides that this thing is cool as hell. All right, let's take a look at it. All right, so upon first getting this thing built, this is pretty much what it comes with. I've already done all my detail up, my painting, and my panel lining. But as you can see, it does come with quite a lot. I have its cloak right here. It's got two shoulder pieces and also two front pieces. His vampire collar as well, along with a cutlass. This, ooh, I love this sword. I'm not sure what it's called because I'm not very familiar, but I love this thing. This is really cool too. I like the huge cutlass beam saber effect. Two Master Grade standard beam saber blades. Two chains, or chains. They don't really move around or anything, but they're for his front skirts when they're doing their little grabby action. And this, the good old crossbow, and this has a pretty cool action as well. It can kind of fold in on itself and, you know, make itself scarce, or fold out and do like a fanning shot, which is really cool. Still haven't gotten quite used to doing that in Gundam Maxi Boost versus On. Also comes with two daggers. These can go into his feet, coming straight out of it, or he has some knives hidden on the back of his calves, which is also a really cool feature of this kit as well. Just right here, and they just pop on out, which I thought was really cool. All in all, the aesthetics of this kit I really do like. It does kind of lean towards the edgy for me, but at the same time it leans into it in the right way. You kind of get in here and you can see a lot of the details with like the skull on the front and the red. I mixed just a whole bunch of enamel paint and enamel thinner together and pretty much panel lined the inside of that. As far as putting the full cloth on, it does limit the articulation a little bit, but we'll talk about that later. There are some stickers on this kit just right here on the shoulders of it. That's, I think, besides that and the eyes, I think that's the only stickers. Oh no, these little yellow ones on the on here. I used those too, just to get it more accurate as well. His base adapter here. He doesn't have a standard base adapter. He doesn't come with one or anything like that. I used my little fork base adapter right here that comes with most Master Grade bases. The back is really cool. I love that it comes apart, and his beam sabers are also his shoulder cannons. I thought that was just really neat. But anyway, it comes out, it unfolds. You have a lot of articulation, more than I thought you would on the back of this. They don't pivot, like they don't rotate individually, which I thought they would, but it still gets the range that you need, and while keeping everything facing forward, so I can't be too mad at it. Other than that, this thing, it looks good. It'll hold a pose. It stands up just fine on its own, and it doesn't really have any trouble when it has the cloth on it either. let's take a look at how this thing moves and, you know, a few things that kind of do irk me about it. Alright, so some things about this kit that are kind of dated. For starters, this kit has no polycaps in it whatsoever. It's all plastic on plastic, which means it does have some seemingly stiff joints that are very, very fragile, so you have to be careful with that. I've been building kits for a long time, so I'm not quite worried about it. I know how to handle them. I think they're able to get away with it being this sturdy as it is because of how small this kit is. This is quite a considerable size difference between your standard master grade Gundam. This is a very, very short mobile suit in the as far as I can tell. I've seen people with the real grade and talk about how hard the head is to build on it with all the tiny little pieces, so I have not built that yet. Other than that, the articulation is not too terribly bad. It's what you would kind of expect. You get almost full 180 there at the elbow. It has a nice movement. For 2007, they really did a great job with this kit. Even when you open up that, you can still see the cockpit, and it's facing the right way up in the kit as well. As let's see, what else did I not like about this thing? There's not many things I dislike about this kit, and I guess that's because I don't know much about it. But all in all, this is a very, very solid kit. I will say that detailing it does show its age as far as a few of the seam lines on this kit, like right here on the handle of this sword gun thing. Let's see here. I love that this can come apart, but I'm probably not gonna pose it with this that much. It does slot neatly onto the side skirts, whatever side you want it on, of course. I do feel like it's a little big, and I'm not gonna have it on the side skirt while I have the armor on it. Let me show you what that looks like. And that's full cloth. That's not hard at all. It didn't take too long. It is a little difficult putting those two side pieces on the front of it, but other than that, it looks great. It stands up perfectly. I don't have any issues with it. If you've had this kit built for a while and it started to sag, let me know down in the comments. You know, give me an idea of what I'll be ready for. I'm gonna display it with this, probably holding one of its swords and its gun. And then not touch it, because it really does limit the articulation of this kit. But it just, how cool it looks really outweighs that, in my opinion. Alright, y'all. So to kind of wrap things up here, I don't know much about this kit. I don't know much about Crossbone in general, but I absolutely love the design of this. It's gonna look good on a shelf next to whatever I put it next to, and it's gonna stay there and look really nice. As far as rating this, it's easily a 3C kit. It does have the typical issues with occasional seam lines and stuff like that, but that's a kit from 2007. What really can you expect? I'll definitely throw in some photos throughout this video of things I experienced and other stuff, but other than that, this was a really enjoyable build. I think that if you do see this, you should pick it up. definitely just go for it. All right, y'all, this is ThiccGunpla. Don't forget to tune into Twitch at twitch.tv/ThiccGunpla, or look at any other videos on this YouTube channel. Give me a good subscribe, and I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much.